Hello, and welcome back to the Roadish Podcast. With me, as always, is Armand, but we also have an extra.
Didn't let me say hello.
No, I didn't let you say hello because this isn't about you today. Not really. No one actually gives a fuck about you because no one actually asks, so we don't bother. Yeah, exactly. So, as mentioned in the previous pod, we have a third host who we're introducing through this episode. LEY, do you want to say hi?
LEY?
How we doing? Can you not hear me?
No, the first bit, no. Great start. Amazing start.
What a wonderful start.
Yeah, exactly. Great intro. So the whole point was ages ago, Armand asked me if we wanted to do a podcast. We obviously continued for however many episodes it ended up being. And I think we went through as many things as we were going to go through because we share a lot of the same interests. So it ended up being kind of dull, if you will. I think that's the point I then asked you if you wanted to be involved because you were part of a podcast that you were going to start that then didn't become anything.
It still will. You're just impatient.
Oh, yeah, I am impatient. Let's be honest. I am just impatient. No, that's fair. So through the course of this, what we'll do for this first episode, I think we mentioned also in the previous one, is that we're going to go do like a get to know on each of us because I don't think we've ever done that. I don't think we've properly gone through. And this one actually has some structure to it. We don't ever do that.
Ooh,
yeah,
fancy.
Well, it's fancy for us because this is still a shit show. It forever will be.
Yes.
I mean, adding me won't have helped that, so.
Yeah, fair. Okay, you said it. I'm not going to delve too much into that. But essentially bringing you on, hopefully we'll add a different element into what we're doing here. And we're going to push it a little bit more and see how things go. But me and Armand have got the questions split between us. I want you to give your honest answers as much as you can. If there's anything in particular you don't want to answer, don't answer it. That's how it works. So we'll start with something hopefully quite simple. This is the one I gave you a little bit back story on, or a pre-warning for, because being put on the spot for some of these questions is a bit hard. But if you could describe yourself and what you bring to the table in terms of the plot. I don't know anything. Just how would you advertise?
I feel like I'm being interviewed for a job.
Exactly.
Like, what do you bring to the table? Why should we give you this position?
I mean,
you kind of already have it, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, as you mentioned, my name is LEY. I am. God, how do I describe myself? I'm a non-binary chaos gremlin.
Okay,
AFAB. Musician and illustrator, mostly by trade at the moment.
Awesome.
I'm of the disabled and neurodivergent variety of human.
Not so awesome.
Well, it depends how you look at it, right?
I
have a very cute miniature dash hound. He's pretty cool. He's cooler than me.
I think more people know about the dog than they do about you.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
because he's way more interesting and way cuter.
Exactly.
I can't blame anyone for caring more about Gimli than me.
That's fair. At some point, I will flash a picture or something or put something up.
For reference, my dog is called Gimli because I'm also a big old nerd.
And here you are, in with at least 1.5 other nerds.
Exactly. I'm in
1.5.
Yeah, I give you the half.
Play.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Awesome. So I've given questions, as I said, given questions between us. There's going to be like obviously you going through the little intro thing means that we might go down some of those, like if you like talking points or topics or anything like that. Stuff might come up in the future, and we might like be able to get different points of view on like news or stuff that's happening in the world. More particularly if like there are things that you want to bring up that maybe more affect you than us and we wouldn't know about it, or if we were to find stuff other than gym talk. No one likes gym talk.
I can guarantee I will not be giving you gym talk.
No, that's fair. I think Armand's in a different universe right now.
I'm present, I'm listening, I'm a good listener, you know.
Okay. Right, I'll go for the first one just because I worded this really horribly. So I give you a $5 and you walk into a corner shop. What do you think you'll be picking up?
Ooh, good question. Okay. Are we talking like typical UK corner shop, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Also, bear in mind, I'm not giving you a $5.
You mean I don't get it in real life?
No, I'm not going to physically give you a fiver. This is all hypothetical because...
Well,
No.
it's not instantly not as fun, but fine. Okay, so we need a good drink. So say a can of Coke Zero.
Okay, I think a lot of people agree with you on that one.
Pepsi Max though.
Oh,
Was on top.
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
you absolute feral beast.
Immediately going for like the opposite. Isn't like Pepsi Max full sugar like...
No, it technically Pepsi Max is the diet one. Pepsi is
Really?
the full sugar. Yeah,
Pepsi
Yeah,
makes
Pepsi
Max?
Max.
I
Yeah,
promise
Pepsi-
you.
How? That doesn't make sense in my brain. This is why I don't drink these drinks. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, cost of living crisis. Do I even have any money left after
No, that's
that?
it. That was $4.99. Nice choice.
Okay, so then some crunchy, cheesy Wotsits, like the new ones.
Oh,
You know, the really
no.
like. Yeah, no, fuck you all. They're great. The texture is fucking
They're mid.
fantastic.
Oh, have you
At
already
best.
had them? I heard
Yeah.
what's it, and I immediately think of like gamer fingers, like on a controller, and I'm like, grease.
No, they're like
Yeah.
they're like these new versions. They're kind of like, do you remember knickknacks?
What do you mean remember? I choose them sometimes.
Okay, well they're like
I choose them. I
Yeah.
choose you.
I choose you. They're like that density, but flavor of Wotsits.
Density.
Well, how else would you fucking describe it?
Yeah.
Texture.
Oh yeah, that's a word.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I got more descriptive feedback from density than I did for texture.
Exactly.
Okay. It's good for you.
Either one works. Have you actually had them in Armand?
The what's it? Yes.
And
The
you're saying
the
mid.
cheese ones. They're mid. I prefer there's this thing from Home and Bargains which is like cheese taste, but they're like rice things baked. They're like 10 out of 10, and the bag is actually like full. They're 89p, and they're just amazing.
That is a bargain. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Okay. At some point in the future, maybe I will find them. I'll give them a try. I'll do it maybe on the pod or something and be like, how rank are these things? Okay, so you've got a Coke Zero and you've got pretend Wotsits.
And I reckon we could probably just about slip in a Kinder Bueno in there as well.
Oh, you are
Are you-
pushing the boat. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm pushing it, but it might just be possible.
It might just be possible. I'm not going to check the prices on any of these, but I'll allow it for the time being.
Oh no, you still have like £2 left. Maybe like 180.
You know what? Now that you've said it, I'm going to check it. Okay, what are
I
these
was gonna
fucking... What's it's called? What?
What's it? Crunchy? I think is what they're called.
Okay, what have we got here? They're... Jesus Christ, they're expensive.
I mean, from my shop, they're definitely £1 because that's why I buy
Okay,
them.
I was going to say, because Tesco currently have them £2.50.
Never, I would never.
I don't think anyone in their right mind would do that, but here we are.
You might be looking at the share bag size.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, possibly. What's this going to be? Okay, you still... Yeah, Coke Zero... We're doing for £1.20 apparently. Really?
Sure.
No,
There's no way.
that's like a half-liter bottle for £1.20.
Yeah,
16
can.
69p.
Okay.
That's only what I'm seeing from here. Well, it depends on how much you want to get. If you want to get the half bottle, then go for it. But I don't know.
No, just a can. But although I will point out that Armand lives.
Oh yeah,
in
in
a part-
Poor Town. You live in a poor place.
Your prices will be better than our prices because
Yeah.
we live in a stupid part of the country.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that seems like a you problem, mate.
Oh, 100%. It's 100% of me problem.
Because I'm looking at a Kinder Bueno right now, again from Tesco. It's £3.40.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I know. I don't know what's going on. Hang on, I gotta double check that this is correct. Holy shit, it actually is.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I'm buying
So-
Kinder Buenos for 99p.
Well, they've got what's this? So this is 75p per 100 grams. So what's this actually coming out to? I can't. It doesn't actually just tell me what it is. Oh, it's including it in the meal deal. Okay, so that it's not actually giving me like a specific price for how much it is. Never mind then. But I think you're under. I think you're under your $5.
Yeah.
Then we'll just add in for
Good measure.
if we're going with my shop that's on my road, I
Okay.
then also can afford a 39p bag of milk bottle sweets.
Oh no. Okay, like the pick and mix type ones.
Yeah, you got it.
It's not too bad. 39p for some milk bottle things.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
How close do you reckon you are with your daily intake of sugar through all of that?
You didn't tell me to make a robust meal. You told me what I'd buy with a $5.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
that's
treating myself. Fuck you.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause
Diabetes.
The $5 was free. That's the only reason. Hence why I had to clarify. I'm not giving you this $5. Okay. Awesome. Armand, what have you got?
I'd go for
Not your
white
fucking...
kind of.
No, I don't give a shit what you're buying from a store.
Wow!
It's not about you, Armand.
Jesus Christ. The amount
Crying.
of prep I did for this, and then you're like, yeah, I'm so present right now. No.
I am. I didn't know we're just gonna be grilling Ley the whole time. I thought this was like a, nice
You know what?
conversation
You
between
can-
friends.
You can go next, okay? Next episode, we're going to grill the fuck out of you. So it's so easy. I do it most weeks.
Get ready.
Okay, according to Rune's questionnaire, 'cause,
Yeah, these are mine. Put it all on me,
it's-
okay?
yeah, this is an odd question. Naughtiest thing you did in school, even if NSFW.
Oh no. Oh god.
So this could be something that you got like a detention for, or something that you like had an argument with a teacher, or anything along those type of lines. or...
I just imagine Ley saying, "Oh, I was late to a lesson 3 minutes once."
Really?
Oh, I love that you have that image of me because it's completely incorrect. Am I allowed to admit to crimes?
Yeah, you're fine.
I think the what's the term where it's like out of time?
Oh right, statute of limitations.
That's the one, statute of limitation. I think you're probably fine. If there's any like particular bits in it that I feel are a bit too spicy, I may bleep them, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well then, we're gonna have to say
How many lines
Take-
of cocaine did you do?
it was not quite that bad.
okay, that's fine.
Not quite that bad. I took a particular recreational drug and then had sex with my girlfriend in my teacher's office.
Oh my god, I was gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like the bathrooms or something in your teacher's office.
Yeah.
You know what? Respect.
You asked, you got the answer.
Okay, I don't have many
I
questions. about
I got goals for next school year.
this. My main concern is like, well, I say concern. I don't really
Concern.
have that many questions. How?
So it technically was like out of school hours,
Okay,
but
that
it was like
makes it easy.
during, like not an after school club, but like
That's one hell of an after focus.
Yeah, right. Best fucking club in the world.
Literally.
And yeah, so and I will admit I was one of those people that was very good at charming teachers.
Okay, you were on their
and-
good side quite often then.
Yeah, and I was also the what's the word I'm looking for? Prefect for the department.
Oh, you
Oh.
really got away with it then.
Yeah, I really had some help.
I don't know if that's quite the word. Yeah, okay, yeah. You had some leniency against you.
Yeah, so it really wasn't that hard, to be perfectly honest. There's another sex joke in there, but whatever. Yeah.
I'm really
but-
trying to control myself here.
For fuck's sake.
It's
So how
hard
did
for
it-
me.
How did it come about? Like, how do you get into that situation? Obviously, okay.
I was a teenager and I
Yeah,
was horny and
well done.
high.
Well, okay, I'm thinking more like, did you
That
know
describes me on a
people...
daily basis.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Fucking bullshit.
Sorry.
So you said you were a teenager. I'm guessing you
Yeah.
knew someone at school that you could get said recreational drugs from.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't ask how you paid them. Then why were you in the office?
Yeah, like, why not just your house?
I'm pretty sure it was after I'd sent. So I used to run the drama club for the year 7s to year 9s.
Okay.
So I think it was after I'd sent them home and I was doing like the paperwork we have to do.
Right, so you had access to the office quite often then?
Yeah.
Okay, so this wasn't like, I've just found myself in the office, or we need to find somewhere to hide.
No.
Okay,
Was,
okay. And that just ended up, is that like, okay, this is probably maybe a bit
my
of a weird one.
girlfriend was there.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it
Yeah,
takes.
that's all you need.
Existing. So okay.
There was a pretty girl in front of me and I had an opportunity to fuck her. So
Okay.
I did.
Right. And you don't have to answer this one. Was that a one-off occasion?
No.
Okay. So once you knew that you could get away with it once, it was like, so this is on the schedule for the week now.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Then Wednesday nights were interesting.
I wonder, I don't imagine anyone I went to school with would ever listen to this, but at the time we were under the assumption no one knew we were together.
Right, okay. So
However,
so you like sneaking around with it, or you just didn't make it publicly known?
just didn't make it publicly
Okay.
known. We're from that generation where it was still slightly fucking weird to be gay.
Yeah, it was. I think that was all the craze was the particular insult that refers to that was still like in full force at the time.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. Armand, is it still?
Not really.
No, it's kind of phased out.
Yeah.
What? Okay, a slight tangent question. What kind of insult type stuff do you get now?
What you mean, like
playground antics of like what do people like scream at each other when they're memeing?
I can't say that.
Okay.
As long as it's not a slur.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably quite spicy then.
Yeah, I can't say these words on the podcast because I'm getting me cancelled and the podcast cancelled. So
okay, probably not. Jesus Christ. See, you might be further up north, poor, but you're also degenerates, so it's fine. Moving on. I'm guessing you use social medias like Reddit, Insta, TikTok, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, do you use Reddit at all?
Yeah.
Fairly regularly. So, if I were to ask you what your favorite subreddit would be,
either D&D horror stories.
okay.
Because it's like spicy tea drama plus D&D.
Is there a lot of drama that happens in that?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god, yeah. There's like whole YouTube channels that just read out those subreddits.
Oh,
that's
strange. I get that there's probably that because I listen to a lot of like Reddit stories, if you will. But is there a lot of like drama, like in the community that like maybe them stories are based off of, or is it just made up crap?
I mean, it's more. I mean, from someone that plays regularly, like it's. They don't seem unbelievable.
Okay. So there's enough backstory that.
Yeah.
Some of it is like, oh yeah, I can see this happening.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then same for the other two, just because they were the ones that I can think of. Do you have like a favorite Insta or TikToks?
My favorite TikTok at the moment is this girl that goes thrifting, and she's freaking adorable, and she finds the most insane things in thrift shops, and that just brings me joy.
Oh, nice. That was a really good time for you to plug your own, by the way.
I also have a TikTok.
We also have a TikTok.
We have a TikTok. We haven't posted on it for ages. I'm going to be making one in the next few days.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't really posted on mine.
No, you used to spam mine. You used to come up on mine all the time, and now it's like it barely comes up. All I get is like car stuff and cat memes.
I need to force myself back into it, but life is just big old up in the air, and I need to sort that out first before I can add more work to my plate.
Priorities in there.
Yeah.
Emphasis
Should probably have somewhere to live first.
Eh.
Nah.
It'd probably be a decent start.
Yeah.
Go for it, Armand. Next one.
What do you do in your time? I am here. It takes time for me to shift my focus to my other monitor. Okay.
Oh, it's because they're so far away, right?
Yeah.
They are.
You've got to shift your eyeballs a whole 3 millimeters.
What game are you playing in the background right now?
BeamNG Drive.
Yeah, I thought so.
Ah,
I
there
fucking
we go.
knew it.
What do you do in your off time? Like hobbies, social activities. Like how do you spend your free time?
Chronically online,
Of course.
Nice.
because I am a hermit and I like my house and my dog and my computer. But I'm in a band called Bitchin' Hour. You should go check them out. We're pretty cool. We got a new single out at the moment. It's all right, you know.
Links will be in the description.
So yeah, I'm the lead singer of a hard rock band. I've just started my own solo project as well, which will be coming out probably next year.
Nice.
I play a stupid amount of video games.
As we all do.
Yeah, examples being what you're into at the moment.
I'm playing at the moment. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. I know for a fact. Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah.
Was that correct?
I know.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough.
It's like that's like Souls kind of games, isn't it? Where it's like super hardcore. Is it one of them?
Too bad. I'm pretty sure you can put the settings down if you wanted on that particular game, but I've got it. I think I've got it on the second hardest, and it hasn't been a struggle really.
Oh, nice.
But it's just beautiful. My God, it's a fucking beautiful game.
Nice.
Are you playing it on PC or are you playing it on like PlayStation?
That one I'm playing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Mainly because it was free, so I was like, well.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
Why would I buy it if I can play it for free on my PlayStation?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah, I suppose it's fair enough. I can't say too much because we're currently playing a free game, so it is what it is. So
what free game are we playing?
we're on Val,
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm still a little retarded sometimes.
and I'm pretty sure playing BMG right now is also a free game. No.
No, I had it. I had it free, but then I decided I wanted the updates when they actually come instead of when they appeared on specific websites. So I decided to buy it, and then I ended up buying an account with the game. So now I have 2 Steam accounts, and one for one game, and the rest for the other one for my main account with the other games. And it's very, very annoying because if I ever play BMG Drive, and then I want to open the wallpaper engine, it's just a pain in the ass. But anyway,
Nice.
rant over.
That's what you get for pirating games, you fuck.
Because I bought it from G2A, but I didn't pay attention. It said buying an account and not buying the game.
Oh right, so you bought a Steam account with it on it.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah.
A fool.
Can't read. I'm not surprised. So if you're okay with advertising and like describing, obviously from what you've done previously, I've mentioned before that you did the artwork for the podcast, which we are forever
I did indeed.
appreciative for. If you're okay with advertising that kind of thing, how would you describe your line of work, and what other stuff do you do other than just kind of like graphical design?
So it's like depends what day it is, depends what my job is, to be perfectly honest. So I do loads of different things. I'd say mostly at the moment I would consider myself a musician and and an illustrator, because that tends to be what most of the things are. But I'm also a social media manager.
Who are you managing?
You're not allowed to know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, some places are like that. How would you describe illustrator? What does that fall under? I don't know what that means.
So it's like graphic designer, but
Basically, you draw stuff for a living.
yeah,
right?
pretty much. Yeah.
Is that specifically like an how do you
Most
describe
of the
it?
time at the moment it seems to be like band logos quite a lot.
Okay.
A lot of Twitch what's the word I'm looking for? Emotes. Just whatever really comes out. I don't like overly advertise it. It's more if someone gets sent to me from a previous client, I'm like, hey, yeah, sure, I'll do that. That's
Oh,
absolutely
right.
fine.
It's all like word of mouth kind of thing, rather than like I have this big page and I
Yeah,
shoot myself into
exactly.
different places and try and like commission work to come to me rather than.
Yeah, exactly. Because as I mentioned before, I am what classes as disabled, and so I don't have to work, but you can't live off disability. It's impossible. So
Yeah, unfortunately,
I
Some people would disagree.
I'm sure some people probably do in your ends, but that's massively different than how expensive it is to live down here. But yeah, the
In my ends, yeah.
your ends.
Don't be coming around my ends.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I suppose it does make sense, and obviously, I would assume that it probably keeps you a little bit sane rather than just
yeah,
doing
exactly.
the same thing day in day out of not an awful lot.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also do web design, photography. I'm forgetting stuff.
It's kind of a bit of a freelance, everything under the creative blanket, if you will.
Pretty much, yeah. If you need something done online, I probably know how to do it.
And if not, I'm supposing you probably have contacts that would be in that particular area.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it all just loops forever.
Pretty much. I basically don't like working for other people. Other people suck. So
True. Base take.
I'd rather just suffer a little bit and work for myself.
And do your own hours.
Yeah.
Nice. Armand?
Yeah, well, leading on from that, how can people contact you to ask you for a commission or to commission your work?
Other than the links that will be in description, obviously.
Of course.
Well, what else would there be other than the links of the description?
Have you got different usernames on different sites, or like what sites do you
No,
use?
I am literally LEY on absolutely fucking everything.
Oh, nice.
Lucky.
Do you have a Fiverr? Do you use a Fiverr account?
No, I don't. So
I thought you were going to ask to borrow money.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I already said I'm not giving you a Fiverr, okay?
No, so most people reach out to me on either Facebook or Instagram, something of that ilk.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a website. It's lelulay.com. You can get hold of me that way as well.
So you've pretty much tried to cover all the big bases that you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although maybe don't go look at my website because I think I'm halfway through fixing it. So it's probably a mess.
Guess what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like right now. I've just realised.
When you say fixing, do you mean it's broken or just a bit outdated?
No, it's just a bit outdated.
Okay, that's fair.
So, and I've just made myself a brand new logo. So I'm like rebranding all the stuff.
Oh, that sounds similar to somewhere else that you're now currently a part of. Not that we know how to do any of this kind of stuff because it's all done on my fucking end. Anyway, I'm ranting about inconsequential things. So this might be a slightly bigger question. We might lead into a little bit more of a maybe more direct conversation in the future that might be like somewhat helpful for people, possibly. Not too sure.
I'm ready.
This might be the slightly bigger one. So you said at the beginning that you advertise yourself as or portray yourself as a non-binary. When did that start, and how did it come about?
So I personally worked out that I was non-binary. I think when I was around 13 or 14 years old. Although I didn't have the word for it. I just knew that I wasn't female and I knew I wasn't male. Right. And I was like, I'm some weird alien that's stuck somewhere in the middle and I don't understand why. Very similar to my sexuality as well, because again, no one taught me the word bisexual until I was about 17. And so I was like, why do some days I like men and some days I want women? What the fuck is wrong with me? So I just thought I was broken for a very long time. I was just like, I can't make a decision about anything.
Or you're making all of the decisions.
Oh yeah, or just, don't want to restrict myself whatsoever. But I didn't come out as non-binary until... God, how long have we known each other, Rune?
I don't know, maybe like coming up to 2 years, maybe?
So, must be about 2.5 years ago.
Oh right, okay, recent then.
Yeah. Because
Recent 2 years is a long time.
Okay, we're old as fuck. Okay, 2 years
to our
is like
age,
it's like 2
not.
seconds away, right? Okay. Wait till you get to this point, and literally a month will disappear, and you wonder what the fuck you've done with your life, right?
I would do that.
Okay, well, then you've got nothing to say.
Yeah, then why are you arguing?
Like 2 years is still a long time. Like a month is not, but like 2 years it is. It's 24 of them months. You know, it adds up.
Trust me, when you get to our age, it won't feel like
blends
it's that
together.
long.
It's like I said, I don't even know if I said it last pod or if I just said it to you. I've got less than 2 months until it's my birthday again, and it literally felt like it was maybe a few weeks ago. Like it's just gone.
You were at my last birthday. It's
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just gone, and I'm like, what? Yeah, it makes me slightly uncomfortable. That one, the passing of time is not the one.
Exactly.
So,
But we've digressed, haven't we?
Yeah, slightly.
So...
That's fine. That's the whole point of this. Why was there such a? Why do you think that there was such a big gap, or is it more of a like a vocabulary thing? Just didn't have the words for it yet, so I had to.
No, it was more. I had convinced myself that if I admitted it, people would attack me because I look very fucking female.
Right.
I
will admit, that I've made slip ups like early on.
Yeah.
It was like just headspace wise, I'm like, fuck, but I do make the active effort.
Yeah, and it's a sense of like. I got into my head that people would be like, you're saying it for clout, you don't mean it, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't feel like I was allowed to say I was. Due to my own insecurities more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like certain things, like, it's going to sound stupid, but I keep forgetting that Armand's a minor, and I probably should...
He's fine, don't worry about him.
Don't worry. Don't worry about me.
I have a large chest that I can't hide.
He's spoken about worse things than how you just phrased that. Okay,
if you would have listened to the first podcast and the second podcast,
it doesn't mean that it's still morally okay for me to say these things in front of you. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll pass over them kind of things.
Morals.
Exactly. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's all the explanation.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that no one would accept it. No one would think I was telling the truth, and so I was like, well,
no, because it's not like you went and say, oh, I am now a guy, like a full-on masculine man. No, you went and said, I am neither, right? Yeah. And then it's like, not to say that's like acceptable. Obviously, it's all, there's no bounds to it, but it's. It's not like you went the other extreme and said, "Oh yeah, now I am like The Rock and Vin Diesel." No, you didn't go and make, because that would be maybe a bit like, not saying unacceptable. It would just be a bit like like really, like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, there'd be more questioning in that sense. Maybe because of what the routes that you would have to go down are like the active effort and whatnot.
Yeah.
The way I like to describe my gender is if I'd been born the way I wanted to be, I would still be non-binary, but I would have been born male, because then I could wear pretty girly things and it look androgynous instead of just me looking girly.
So you want to be like a femboy?
Yeah, in my head, I'm a femboy.
Yeah, that would be like the ideal. Because I do feel like, I don't know if either one of you would know him, the Twitch streamer Finn is like, can very easily, not to say get away with, but is almost immediately what people would consider passing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I don't want to use the word easier, but I don't know what the term would be, because I wouldn't even go as far as like accepted either. But it just seems like presentation wise, it's easier to transition between what they feel like on a particular day.
Yeah.
Which obviously, biological terms are going to be like.
I think I know who you're on about.
The most beautiful.
Yeah, possibly. It's one I don't follow or watch them. Like, it's not my cup of tea of content wise, because for me it's a little bit dull. but it comes up on like TikTok for you page and all that kind of thing from time to time, and it's entertaining, like content wise. But yeah, the whole like weird backstory thing, I do feel like with that particular situation though, I think the chat kind of plays into it quite a lot as well. Like, I think it started off as like getting donations to stay in what would be considered women's clothing, and I think that was
it was supposed to be Girl Month, and it's been going for over a year now.
Yeah, just based off of donations.
Well, you know,
I feel is kind of
if the money's good.
Yeah, I mean, 20 quid's 20 quid.
Exactly what I'm saying.
So yeah, it was definitely like a development over time then, and it wasn't like I'm having a month off to soul search or however people would describe it. It was like a gradual find your vocabulary, where do I fit in comfortably, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give full credit to one of my best friends, Lara, who came out as non-binary before me, who made me go, "Oh my god, am I allowed to do this?" Like,
it's like a case study for you to be like, "Oh,
yeah."
This is
they
like
made me
something you
go, "Oh my god, of course you're non-binary. Oh my god, if you're allowed to, I'm allowed to."
Yeah.
And so they very much they're my bro, man. We sit around just talking about how pissed off we weren't born boys so we could look pretty.
Real
And,
in-depth philosophical conversation then.
Yeah, but yeah, they're very much the person that opened my eyes and made me realise I was allowed to be who I want to be,
Nice.
and who I feel like I am. And so I have to give them a lot of credit, because I don't know if I would have had the
philosophical
confidence
or metaphorical balls to say so.
Yeah, exactly.
Metaphorical balls.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's all fair. Lara's also the one that you were going to do the other pod with as well.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
So they and we will. I just need to get a house because
yeah,
because currently I'm going to be homeless next month.
Yeah, still all of that. So I suppose that's one of the things that I did mention last pod when we were kind of, I don't want to say teasing, but like obviously we mentioned that you were going to become part of the pod, is that there may be occasions in the future if one of three of us can't make it or some people have to dip out, then obviously moving is stressful. There's a fuckload to do. I don't want to move again. I know it's probably going to happen at some point in my future. But it just means that there can always be rolling content wise, and there will always be something going on this end, just because if one of us drops, then that's fine. Obviously, on certain situations as well, one of us might drop for a guest that the other people want. So I think that's going to work out as well. And obviously, when it comes to moving, take as much time as you need. It's a pain in the ass. I've said to you, I think publicly before on my Twitch streams as well, if you need a hand with it, let me know.
Oh yeah, you're helping.
Yeah, I kind of gathered I would be. And I suppose for the audience that are here, that are a little bit different than maybe the Twitch audience or like what we've done in the past, we actually live quite close to each other. So
we're going to live even closer.
Yeah, I know, which is kind of fucking scary, not gonna lie.
Unlike me and Rune.
Yeah.
Which is 6-hour drive. 7-hour drive? 6 hours.
I don't even know. Yeah, something like that. 6 to 7 hour drive. It's some distance. But yeah, it'll be interesting if in the future we could do an in-person pod. We'll see if we can sort that. But that'd be fun. That's not gonna
I'll try my best.
Yeah, it's gonna be I'm gonna have to fucking shell out for some equipment, aren't I? Right, so we're on to the last question because I won't keep you guys here for much longer than we need to anyway. Armand, do you want to ask us? Go for it.
Of course. Finally, how do you feel, honestly, about the pod from what you've heard so far and from what you'd love to go over in the future about something with... What is this question? The worst formulated question.
No, it's fucking outlines, okay? You don't have to word it exactly as is. It's fucking bullet points, right? Reword it. Use your brain. I know that you've got one. It might be like 4 brain cells really rubbing together, creating a hell of a lot of friction, and you might not get there to like the point of fission. But Jesus fucking Christ!
Such an awfully worded question. Okay, let me
reword as you would. Jesus Christ!
Give me a more.
You take some time to read it, bub.
Okay. So What do you think of the podcast so far? And what you felt about it, if you've watched any of the episodes, and what would you like to go over in the future, like subjects or points or conversations that we could have now that you're here?
Well, first and foremost, I think Rune will know that I think I've watched every episode pretty much as soon as it comes out.
Nice.
Because you're all on my my Discord server, I automatically set it up to automatically tell everyone in my server that your podcast is out. Anyway,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all right. No need. But
I mean, it's her artwork. So sorry, their artwork. So in a way, it's like promoting themselves.
yeah, exactly. It's win-win. I always have this rule of we rise together. When I meet someone, then they have my support.
Nice.
Because
I think it's helped to some degree as well. I notice when the little notification goes up as well, and we are absolutely awful at advertising this, so yeah, helps. We appreciate it.
And but yeah, I've always enjoyed listening. Good company to have while I'm working away, and yeah, I think hopefully I can just add a bit more opinions and whatnot.
Nice.
Add a bit more chaos to your life. You're welcome.
Yeah. Obviously, getting a different viewpoint is definitely helpful.
I'm also I do very much like playing devil's advocate. Like I will deliberately
be a dick.
Like just because it's a more interesting conversation.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't steel man the other person's point of view or argument about a particular thing, then I don't think you really have a decent understanding of the whole issue of whatever it ends up being on.
Yeah, and I find it far more rewarding and more interesting and a state of learning, even if I don't necessarily believe the other side, just to look at it and be that person.
Nice.
To make a better conversation, I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's pretty much what we said last time as well. And if there is different bits that you've heard from other pods and you want to shoot over notes for something that you want to go over, then obviously we can sort that in the background, and that will.
I can guarantee I will always have the YouTube drama. So if you need your correspondent for YouTube drama, I will know it.
Nice. Yeah, I'll try and keep up to this as well.
Because I'm ridiculous and care. I know all the drama about all the YouTubers. Never even watch the YouTubers. But I know what shit they've done.
Just
I know
online enough.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well, we appreciate it, and obviously, future-wise going forward, hopefully more often than not, there'll be at least all three of us here.
Yeah.
As we mentioned earlier, Armand, seeing as the spotlight was off you for 2 seconds and you've thrown a paddy, the next episode is going to be about you.
Oh, poor baby.
So I'll put together some sort of questionnaire. Maybe I'll word them a bit nicer because you can't read, but you won't get these ones.
No, he won't have to read it. It's fine. It'll only be me.
And then hopefully out of those two, you guys can put some questions together for me. I honestly don't care what it ends up being. It's probably something that I've spoken about before anyway. So yeah, for the next one, Armand, you're going to be grilled. You have the life experience of a 5-year-old, so I'm not too sure on what we're actually going to be able to go over.
Wow, the disrespect!
Young gun over here.
Yeah, exactly. To be young and free again.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, for the time being, massive shout out and appreciation to everyone who has listened and decided to come back for this one. Again, we're terrible at advertising. I think I've told a few friends that said that they were going to listen to the previous pod over the weekend, which is when this one is currently being recorded. And hopefully, going forward, being that there's three of us, one of us with a little bit more experience in the whole social media thing. Yeah,
I can help.
We'll hopefully be able to put a little bit more out. I'm going to hopefully take some time as well to be able to put together some extra content from other places as well. So if you find us through any of those means, well done.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome to the shit show. This will forever be a shit show. Don't have high expectations. But for the time being, I think that's about it. Any final or closing words you guys want to talk about, bring up?
Bye.
Mushrooms. Bye.
Drugs.